like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of WWE RAW, the week commencing the 22nd of January 2024. So it starts with Seth Rollins coming out. From when he came out, he didn't have a good look on his face. I knew something was up. I didn't know what it was. He had a knee brace on. I was like, here we go. Another champion relinquishing the title. Obviously, wrestling is grueling. Injuries can happen. But he comes out and says he has he's been injured to his knee, which happened in his match with Jinder last week. So Jinder's one of the main person that's caused a lot of damage to his title reign. Funnily enough, he said he may be out for 3 or 4 months and he may need surgery. But he says he's taking it day by day. As he said, that Gunther came out. He basically says he praises Seth Rollins for his championship reign and being a fighting champion, a workhorse champion. And basically says, Seth goes, he doesn't care. He's going to be at WrestleMania regardless. He's going in there as champion. And Gunther says he will win the Royal Rumble and he's going to come after Seth and take advantage of his injury. So we will see. Then we have the New Day versus the Imperium. Started off a really good match, but nobody won because a double count out because they're brawling everywhere. So that's that. So then we have Rhea in the back with the Judgment Day having a go at Damian Priest, telling him to stop fighting everybody and get his head in gear. And then basically Rhea gets called out for having a big head because he's on the cover of one of the next wrestling games out, the WWE wrestling games, 2K24, I think. But what you need to see is Finn Balor's reactions to everything. It was so funny. He was laughing at everything. I thought it was quite funny, so go and watch it. Then we have Ivory versus Valhalla in a great match. Go and watch it. You haven't seen it, but Ivory gets the victory with a massive bulldog off the top rope, which was pretty cool. Then we have Jey Uso giving the New Day props that they're standing up for themselves and they're not having it. And then Kofi Kingston calls out Gunther for an IC championship match on Raw next week, I believe. So let's see what happens. Then we have Nia Jax. She comes out and she basically calls out Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch calls out, obviously, Becky Lynch and her go back and forth, and then Bayley comes out as well from SmackDown. It turns into a big brawl. Then we have The Miz versus Dominic in a decent match. There was some interference, but in the end, Dominic gets the victory, quote unquote. Then we have Damian basically calling out Drew, said he's going to take out Drew and for everything he's been doing and saying he's going to be punished for it. So we'll see. Then we have CODY, whoa, and CM Punk come out. Basically, these two go back and forth. It's quite respectable. Punk said a story about how CODY's dad wanted him to look after. So CM Punk said a story about how Cody Rhodes' dad wanted him to look after Cody Rhodes when he came to OVW, one of the wrestling developments. And then CM Punk said he's very proud of Cody Rhodes, now a main event person. But at Royal Rumble, he ain't going to be looking after him. All bets are off. And then CM Punk says his dad was a normal guy, electrician. So really, where Punk is to where he was before when he grew up, he's the American dream. And then Cody Rhodes went on to say, well, he marched to the beat of his own drum. He came back and he said everything he wanted to do. So really, he's more CM Punk than CM Punk. Then them two basically said they're going to win Royal Rumble. So let's see. It's going to be testy. Then we have Indy and Candice versus Zoe Starks and Shayna Baszler in a decent match. Go and watch it. You haven't seen it. But in the end, Zoe Starks gets the victory. Then we have Drew basically calling out Damian Priest, saying to Damian Priest, he's not ready to be championship material yet. I'm doing two things at once. Apologies. But regardless, he's going to beat Damian Priest. Then you have the Damage Control basically saying to Adam Pearce that they want a tag team title shot. So we'll see what happens. And then after that, Adam Pearce is confronted by Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja. And he says, what's up for him? What's going on with him in the new year? So that we'll see what happens. Then in the main event of the evening, it's Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a really good match. It started off as a really good match, but then R-Truth came to give Damian Priest some money. He near enough interfered in the match, and it cost Damian Priest the match as Drew McIntyre got the victory. I bet there's going to be a lot of punishment there coming for R-Truth, a lot of pain coming. So that's your review of WWE RAW. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.